Hi, Dion Morgan here from Jim's Paving. We're going to run through very quickly now an example of Profitability doing our spray paving services. So for this example, we're going to use the following expenses. So we've got fees per week at $340, other fixed expenses per week at $550. That's things like your office, rent, utilities, insurance, advertising, other things that you may be doing on a weekly basis. And your variable expenses per job at $750. So that's paying your labour, paying some lead fees in order to have gotten that job, petrol, things like that. So your total expenses per week, assuming only the one job is completed with the variable expenses per job there, is $1,540. So moving on from there, for this example, spray-on system material cost is $10.05 per square metre. A typical industry charge-out rate for a spray-on service is around $45 per square metre. So that gives you a margin per square metre of $34.95. A typical driveway is about 50 square metres, so you'd be charging for straight colour on a driveway that size $2,250. So with your margin, that leaves you $1,747.50 to cover your expenses. So taking away all of our expenses from that, that leaves you with $207.50. So you only cleared about $200 odd. So it's not actually as bad as it sounds. A job of this size you would easily be done in the morning before lunch. After this job, your fixed expenses are covered for the week. So after that, you only have your variable expenses to cover. So if you were to do a second 50 square metre job, maybe even that afternoon or even the next day, it would look more like this here. So $1,747.50 minus $750, leaving you with $997.50 at the completion of that job. So we would expect a trained franchisee and labourer to be able to complete between 80 and 100 square metres in a day very comfortably. So you can do the figures. If you change this 50 here to 100, you can see where we're sort of going with that. That's pretty easy to figure out. This is also without any upsells such as splatter coat, stencil, crack repair, or continuing the coating onto other areas of the client's house, such as their pathways around the house, patios, or even into their garage floor, which is all adding square metres to the job. Which is all money for you. So, yeah, especially some of these upsells such as the splatter coat and the stenciling, they add a bit of a decorative element to the job, which it appeals to a lot of people, and they're also very profitable upsells. The material cost in most instances is almost negligible. And you also have other services you can provide when you go to a job to quote a spray-on job, or maybe the spray-on job is actually an upsell from one of the other services. So maybe they wanted pavers and you've upsold that to a spray-on job, or maybe they wanted a exposed aggregate concrete driveway and you've picked up the job. You can try and upsell them to a spray job with a splatter coat which replicates an exposed aggregate finish. So if this interests you, please check out our website, contact us, fill out the franchise inquiry form, have a look at our Spray On page on the website, and thanks for listening.